Hey, hey, hey. It's the Chaos Queen here, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, and you are listening to Studio 2009.
Can you hurt me? No.
Okay, go whenever you're ready.
I ain't doing that.
It's your job now. You spoke up. Yes, too. You spoke up.
Oh, so I've taken your job now?
Apparently so.
There's nothing wrong with your podcast player. Do not attempt to adjust the volume.
Hello and welcome back into our studio. You're now inside Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. I'm, of course, TFG1Mike. Joining me once again, as you heard, is the lovely ZeChaosQueen. Hi, Chaos. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
That's good. That's good. That is going to be clipped and used in every episode from now until the end of time. Today, we head back in time to 30 years ago in 1995 when Casper the Friendly Ghost made his theatrical debut. Okay, now technically, it was not his theatrical debut. It was his computer-generated character theatrical debut. Because for just the facts of Casper, Casper the Friendly Ghost is a fictional character who serves as the protagonist of the famous studio's theatrical animated cartoon series of the same name. He is a translucent ghost who is pleasant and personable, but often criticized by his three wicked uncles, the Ghostly Trio. So Casper had been theatrical shorts from 1945 to 1959.
Wow.
So when I say that the 1995 thing is theatrical debut, I mean
live action.
In the form of the live action computer generated type stuff.
Yeah. Quote unquote live action.
Yeah, quote unquote live action. And I'm so thankful that it is the only, and you better not ever think about trying to redo it, Hollywood. Don't and stop. It's the only one we ever got.
I saw a ghost. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Hi, I'm Casper.
Oh, look, it's Casper.
Sorry.
Remember ghosts?
Are we scary or what?
They're simply spirits with unfinished business.
All I want's a friend.
Come with me if you want to live.
Can you hurt me? No. Can I hurt you? No. Cool.
What a sweetheart.
Yep.
It's the only one we ever got. So more just the facts on this. Casper, as I said, from 1945 to 1959, the character has been featured in comic book published by Harvey Comics since 1952. And Harvey purchased the character outright in 1959. Casper became one of Harvey's most popular characters, headlining several comic book titles. Following Harvey's purchase of the character, he appeared in 5 television series: Maddie's Fun Day Funnies, 1959 to 61, the new Casper cartoon show, 63 to 70, Casper and the Angels, 1979. I actually remember that one. The Spectacular New Adventures of Casper, 1996 to 98, and Casper's Scare School, 2009 to 2012. So Casper has been around for a long-ass time, and he's been around as far back, at least from 2025, to 2012. It's the earliest or the latest that he's been around was 2012. Is crazy. Theatrical film debut, live action adaptation of the series by Universal Pictures, as I mentioned, in 1995. where he became the first computer-generated character to star in a film.
Oh, that's cool.
That was the one piece of all of this information that I found that was so friggin' cool.
That is so cool.
And the where is it? Where are you, Casper? Where'd you go? There. Nope, that's your character. But where did the poster go? Oh no, I just closed it. Damn it.
Oh,
I'm having technical difficulties over here, folks. Casper film. Why is it always the end of the year that has technical difficulties? So I remember a lot of this stuff, and we're going to get into this, but I had forgotten about ZePosta because ZePosta says at first I thought it said hunting season because I'm so used to all the horror games I watch online these days. But haunting season opens May 26th, 1995.
Oh, my Lord.
Uh-huh. So, folks, this episode of Studio 2009, it's all my fault, as I've said in previous episodes, and I will say in future episodes, because a lot of Studio 2009 episodes have been pre-recorded. I've had some health issues go on this year, and I've had some arm surgeries on my good arm, on my left arm. And I actually wanted Chaos and I to record this before I was going to release this episode May 26th. Can't do that now since it's November at this point.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And we are here now, and we are going to go through this. We actually literally, as of the recording, just finished watching the film. So it is very, very fresh in our minds. I don't think we can forget any moment in the film since we literally just watched it.
So cute.
Yeah. First time I've seen it, it's Casper. I love the movie. I've always loved the movie. But it's never been a movie that I've gone back to. Not that I didn't want to, but it's just, I know it's it's one of those movies that I know the back of my hand. We were watching it and I'm saying it line by line. I knew what was going to, verbatim. I knew what was going to happen, when it was going to happen. I knew what Stretch was going to say, what Fatso was going to say. I knew when Kerrigan was gonna go off the cliff and turn into a ghost and become the evil witch lady that she is as a ghost. And I just remember this film so well because as a kid in the 80s, I don't remember which animated version of Casper it was because there are so many of them. But I remember watching, it might have been Casper and the Angels from 1979. I don't think it was, but I had seen that recently because I was doing some cartoon research. But I remember watching whatever version of Casper the Friendly Ghost was on TV in the 80s. And I remember just seeing the character and loving the character as a kid. And when this movie came out, it was just so friggin' cool. So that's my history with the film. What about you?
Yeah, well, let's see. I don't think I saw it in the theaters. I think it may have been one of those blockbuster films that my mother brought home and me and my grams watched.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I also watched it with my daughter and my middle son.
Okay.
Because they were talking about old movies and everything. And I was like, okay, you want to see something cute from when I was a kid? So that was the last time I saw it before today. Mm-hmm. So, but there's just my absolute favorite part in the world is when Casper just lays down next to Cat and says, "Can I keep you?"
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, My heart.
And then her response is, Casper, can you close the window? It's cold in
It's
here.
cold in here. Yeah.
Just like an old married couple.
It's cold.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep.
So cute.
Yeah, I just, this movie, it holds up. It doesn't even have to hold up. It just
no, it does not. It does not hold up, but it just exists. It just is.
It just is. And
it is great in its own little like slice of, history. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Everything about the house is so like mystical, like it's like so pretty.
Yeah, Whipstaff Manor in Friendship, Maine is amazing. And as someone who is originally from Massachusetts, so there's two, most people should know this that have seen the film. There's basically two locations. There's Bumfreak, New Mexico, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Whipstaff, Maine. And the two locations, like the scenery between the two locations is like night and day. And I'm just like, to hell with Santa Fe. I want the New England style. I want the trees. I want the leaves. I want the fall. I want the basically on the water. The mansion. It's basically a freaking castle on the water.
Yeah.
I want that. Maine is essential. Maine, the whole damn state, not just Friendship, even though Friendship is a fictional town, but the area that they show where they filmed the movie, it's basically a fishing village.
It wasn't in Maine, though.
Wasn't it?
No, it was meant to look like it was in Maine, but it wasn't.
Yeah. No, it was, actually. Although some location footage was filmed in Camden, Maine, Whipstaff Manor was larger. Okay, Whipstaff itself was a studio set.
Yeah.
Create the ghosts, whatever. Yeah, but the area, though. Yeah. The area. Yeah, okay, yes. The Whipstaff stuff, the mansion stuff was. But no, you're not going to sit here and tell me it was not filmed in Maine. That was Maine. It was Camden, Maine. So it was like a little fishing village. Because you're right. No. You generally sometimes they will go to South Carolina to make it look like a certain area. You are absolutely correct. Film studios do that. Sometimes they will go other places to make it look like a certain place. But this was filmed in Maine. They couldn't have that area and that fall full when I don't remember which scene it is, even though I just watched the movie, but one of the scenes when Kerrigan shows up and all the leaves fall off.
Yeah.
You can't replicate New England leaves like that. I mean, you can in a studio, like you can if you ship them all in and stuff, but the way that was, the way the sky was, you can't. All right, little Miss New York. You're going to bring the Boston out in me. We're going to have a fight over here.
Over there.
Over there. You go park your car. Oh, boy. Yeah. And everything about this is like, from what I find so cool about this, watching this now, is that the effects that they used for the humans to the ghosts and back, that effect. Okay. When I say films need to exist in the time that they were made, I fully stand by that opinion. I don't think that like a plot of a film or this or that of a film needs to hold up to today's standards. But when I talk about like effects and things like that, those effects of the ghosts, like I just said, going from human to ghost and ghost to human, that I think holds up it's not as flashy as today's standards, maybe. Like the lighting effects of when Amelia shows up and when she leaves, or the lighting effect that Kat saw through the ceiling, kind of like some of that, maybe not, but the transformations, oh man, it's so good. Absolutely loved it.
Okay. I don't know if this would count as like a special effect. Maybe. I don't know. But like when Casper grabs Kat's hand and starts running and he goes through the wall.
Uh-huh.
And then she goes splat.
Splat, yeah. No, that's a special effect because he goes through the wall and she doesn't.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
I love that.
That was fantastic because he's like, whoops, let's take the long way around.
Yeah.
And then he does it a second time, and she's like, Casper, no,
human wall.
Oh, human wall. Oh God, it's so good. And then the wall is one of the rotating walls. Hidden
room.
Yep, hidden room. Every scene.
It's
and
so great.
Yeah, it's so great. And the movie is about, believing is seeing is believing, all that. And
the movie is about like what I believe is it's like loneliness can be transcended. Like,
yep.
It's like Kat was super lonely because she could never make any friends.
Yep.
Because she was always moving and she lost her mom. And, they come to this place and Casper is super, super lonely and can't remember his life at all.
Yep.
So they're kind of there for each other.
Yep. Absolutely they are. And and again, like you said, it's like I couldn't imagine, having to, and again, you look at her and then you look at James, you look at Dr. Harvey, you look at him and look at his loneliness because he's lost his wife and he's on this journey of trying to find her, trying to reconnect with her because he can't move on. Like he has his own unfinished business.
Yeah, and there's another connection. Mm-hmm. Her dad's kind of gone a little woohoo, and his dad was a little woohoo.
Yep.
I mean, a little more than woohoo. Did you see that roller coaster shaving act? Holy crap.
Well, like Casper said, his dad had a little trouble waking up in the morning. And it's crazy. But yeah, no. And the whole loneliness aspect of the two of them and then coming together and being friends and all that. Mm-hmm. It's just such a good movie, and everybody else doesn't get it, but they get it, and then you have, it almost feels like Kerrigan and Dibbs are like an afterthought. Yeah. They aren't. They're supposed to be the quote unquote.
They're like the main characters. Because they own the place.
Yeah. They're supposed to be the quote unquote villains. But I don't really see any villains Kerrigan kind of was. I don't see Dibbs as a villain. I see him more as a misunderstood miscreant.
No, he was a villain. He was after the treasure. That was it. Yeah, they were villains, but they were comedic villains.
Yeah. And then there's Stretch, Stinky, and Fatso.
Oh, good God.
The ghostly trio. Oh, my God.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my Lord. So the late, great Joe Oleski voiced Stinky. Brad Garrett voiced Fatso. And Joe Napoti voiced Stretch. I only know Joe from one other thing that he did, which was a year before this. He was Frankie X Waters in the TV series Viper, but does an amazing job here. Joe Oleski was an amazing voice actor. He did, I think it was it both Bugs and Daffy? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. He did Yosemite Sam. He did Daffy, Marvin the Martian, Plucky. He was Plucky.
Marvin!
Yep, Marvin. He was Plucky in Tiny Toons. He was Elmer Fudd. So he did he did Duck Dodgers in Marvin the Martian and the Third Dimension.
Wow.
Did Daffy. Yeah, he did a lot of the Looney Tunes stuff. He was Bugs in Hair and Loathing in Las Vegas. I might have to track that down. But yeah, Joe Oleski, amazing voice actor. Like I mentioned, he was the voice of Stinky, and then Brad Garrett as the voice of Fatso. I mean, everybody should remember Brad from Everybody Loves Raymond, but he's done other things. He was in Spy Hard. He was in Stuart Little 2. He was in The Pacifier with, I think The Rock is in The Pacifier, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Vin Diesel? It's Vin Diesel with the Pacifier. He was in a lot of voice acting stuff outside of some of the TV stuff that he's done. Oh, he was in Tom and Jerry Kids. Interesting. I didn't remember that from 91. Anyway, but Brad is fat. Like, I can't imagine any other voice actor doing Fatso than Brad. Absolutely love that. Eric Idle was Paul Dibbs Plutzker. Eric Idle. I can't believe I can do this. So the funny thing about Mr. Idle, besides the fact that he is various roles in all of the Monty Python, like Holy Grail, Life of Brian, Live at the Hollywood Bowl, Meaning of Life, like all of the Monty Python things. He was Wreck-Gar in Transformers the movie from 1986, which turns 40 years old next year.
You check in, but you don't check out.
Chaos is just rolling her lovely ocean blue eyes at me right now, folks. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. They've literally rolled out of my head and across the ocean by now.
Yes, absolutely. Even though she's, just in the same area.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, Eric Idle. I don't remember Kathy Moriarty, who played Kerrigan. I think this was the only... Okay, she was in Raging Bull. I remember seeing that. Oh, she was Jillian in Kindergarten Cop in 1990. Okay, Soap Dish. Okay, Another Stakeout. Casper, Fox Die, Copland. Yeah, I know some of the things she's been in. I don't think I've seen a lot of them, which is kind of sad on my part, unfortunately. Television... There was a Jumanji TV series? Animated? Interesting. Oh. She played Tish Wittenberg 3 episodes in Hey Arnold. So, okay. I have seen her, but it's all been in the Law and Order series. She was in several episodes of various Law and Orders over the years. And she played the super in one of the This Is Us episodes. All right, folks. So yeah, the cast in this movie is just crazy good, and they've all had such great things that they've done. And I can't go without really quickly before we move on talking about one more because wow, Amelia. I said it when we were watching the movie. I'm like, oh, I love her because honestly, I do. No, seriously, like Amy Brenneman, who plays Amelia, she was in Heat, she was in Fear, but really where I remember her most from, and I wish this was on any streaming service, she played Judge Amy Gray in a TV series called Judging Amy.
Was that her?
Yes, that's her.
Oh my God, I love with her.
I love Amy Brenneman.
Oh, she is so amazing.
Yeah.
I thought I recognized the voice, but I couldn't really make out the face.
Yep. Yeah, in Casper, the different angles of her face and the way her hair is, it kind of doesn't look like her, but once you hear that voice, I'm like, yep, that's Judge Amy.
Oh.
I wish that show was on whatever. I got to see if it's on streaming services after this. I don't think it is, but
I'd love to watch that again.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she was awesome in this.
Sorry, we totally got sidetracked there.
Yeah, well, that's what happens on podcasts, folks. You know, you go down a whole hell of a road to whatever. But I mean, you know, this movie just has just so many amazing things in it. I mean, we didn't even. Oh, I didn't even. Wow. It's not even Arnold. Holy crap. Oh my God. So Wikipedia lists the whole cast of who's actually in the movie, all the roles, but then they go down and they list the cameos of who guest starred and who whatever, but the cameos.
Yeah.
So the Don Novello was the Father Guido Sarducci, the father that goes in, the one where you're like, oh my God, look at that cross when you said it. That guy that comes out with his head on backwards.
Yeah.
So that was Don Novello. Dan Aykroyd as Ray Stantz, obviously. Fred Rogers with archive footage. Terry Murphy. Clint Eastwood, Rodney Dangerfield, Mel Gibson, John Kasser as the Crypt Keeper voice.
Yes.
And then the last one, who we've actually interviewed, and I will probably have to use him as the. You'll probably have already heard it, folks. I'll probably have to use him as the intro clips to the podcast. Jess Harnell as the voice of Casper's Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. It wasn't actually Arnold. It was Jess Harnell, Wacko Warner from Animaniacs doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. I cannot believe that. That's crazy. I don't think I ever knew that. I just assumed it was Arnold. Because, it's Steven Spielberg, it's Amblin Entertainment, it's this, it's that, it's whatever. James Horner did the music for the score. Absolutely love it. I'm going to be listening to the score all day long after we finish recording the podcast, because I love the music in this. It's so good. So yeah. But that's all the info, folks. Do you have any, really quickly, let's run down the list here. Do you have any highlights, major highlights or lowlights of the film?
Highlights and lowlights. Really, it's, for me, like, it was a lot, more interesting as a kid and everything, because you didn't pull the heavy stuff out of it. But, like, as an adult, rewatching it and everything, you really see, like, the sadness.
Yeah.
And, like, yes, it was a comedy. It was a very funny movie. But there was a lot of sadness. And, sometimes, like, this unspoken fear. And I'm not talking about screaming at the ghosts, but
yeah.
The unspoken fear about being alone.
Yep.
And, like, that was a very loud message in this movie.
Yeah.
Even though it was a comedy, it's still, it spoke to a certain, crowd.
Yep.
And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. I've always, I would say the last 15, 16, maybe, hell, let's just say 20 years, I've always looked at alone and being lonely as two different things. Like, I can be alone with my thoughts. I can be alone in my apartment by myself. I can be alone sitting here editing this podcast later versus being lonely and missing someone. And I think loneliness is the key between what Casper is going through,
Right.
what Kat is going through. I don't have any lowlights. I don't think there's anything wrong with this film at all. Like, there's nothing. There's like, when I'm watching stuff, whether it's with you, whether it's by myself, whether it's, whatever it is, sometimes things pop out at me that I do and don't like, or sometimes things won't. But I don't act like I'm not sitting here trying to write down notes where it's like, oh my God, I don't like that they moved, like somebody moved their foot the wrong way, or they kicked their shoe off, who bounced the wrong way. Like there are people on the internet that will write down these little nitpicky notes of, this movie is so evil because it did this the wrong way, or so. And I'm like, that's just too. That's too. Like, I can go in depth, but that's like overkill.
Personally, I watch movies like I would look at a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody else's rendition of whatever story they're trying to tell.
Yep.
So, and if I don't like it, I look at the next painting. It's not the end all be all, but this was a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite character moment?
Yes. Duh. When Casper lays down next to Kat, he just looks at her.
Can I keep you?
Can I keep you? Yes. Oh, I love that. And then when they're dancing and he says it,
Yep.
Oh.
So good. Yep. How was the pacing for the film for you? How was the pacing throughout the whole thing?
The pacing was absolutely ridiculous. It was all over the place. And like, it was like the movie's pacing was like ADHD, like right there, 100%. But I mean, it makes sense because it's for a younger crowd, obviously.
Yeah.
So, and that's a way to keep attention. So the pacing that was meant for the movie is good.
Yeah.
But like, as for me watching it now at my age, which I will not disclose, it was a little bit like, ADHD brain. Like, oh, we're going here. Nope. Now we're over here. Nope. We're doing this. Wait, what happened over here? So, yeah.
I'll be 46 in February, folks. We old. But yeah, so it's one of those things where I find that watching it this time, I wasn't watching the clock, but I looked at the little bar like once to see to keep in my brain, like to see like how, like this movie to me is in certain sections, like certain scenes are like scene 1 to scene 7 are this section, scene 8 to scene whatever. And I felt like it went well. The pacing was good. Like you said, you're right. It is ADHD kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when you have the emotional moments, I think that
it slowed down. It captured the moment. Yeah.
So you're not missing anything. So I think the pacing of the film overall is good. If you had to pick a favorite character overall, one character, who would it be?
Casper. Absolutely Casper. But if I had to choose somebody that wasn't like, namesake, I would pick Dr. James Harvey because, like, I don't know, I just love that guy that played him. I love his acting.
Bill Pullman, yeah.
I think he's just so funny in such an unconventional way.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Bill's an awesome dude. That is what's funny about Bill Pullman is the next year, in 1996, he would go on to be the president in Independence Day and give the speech that gets them to go fight the aliens.
Yep.
Yep. Did the film keep our interest throughout? Of course it did. No bathroom breaks here, folks.
Nope.
Would we recommend this film to people?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you want a fun yet emotional film to watch, I would say this film is 80% funny, 20% emotional.
Yeah.
Like,
and not emotional in like the, let's go break out a dozen tissues and, stuff like that, but emotional as in it'll pull the heartstrings.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. 0 to 5 with half points. What are you going to give Casper?
I'm going to say a 4.5. And I'm only knocking off a point because I want more.
No.
I want this story to I don't want them to remake it, but I want the original story to have had more, but it didn't.
More. Yeah, I know.
Right. So 4.5.
I can't. No. See, I think this is the perfect films like this, films that are made like this, that have a beginning, middle, and end, that don't leave you wanting more, that leave you. I understand why it left you wanting more. And I have that. I have that feeling too with certain films, but I was perfectly fine with this being the end. So this gets a 5 from me. Perfect 5 out of 5.
Hey, different strokes for different folks, man.
Yep, absolutely. All right, folks, we're going to go to a quick ad break. You're going to hear some podcast ads and some other stuff, and we will come back to close the show right after this.
Hello, geeks and geekettes. Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks. Every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Because the world needs another movie podcast.
The Geekcast Radio Network presents for your listening pleasure the Cinema Geek.
Hosted by Amanda, Kevin, Matt, and Dan.
Each week we dive headfirst in the landscape of movies as we discuss movie news,
play movie games,
go in-depth on reviews,
and even have a top 10 countdown or two.
Also, don't miss our director retrospective series, where we review noted directors' movies film by film.
Bottom line is, if you love movies and love podcasts, you need to experience the Cinema Geeks.
You can find us on iTunes or geekcastradio.com.
Are you in need of what the heck did I just listen to? Are you in need of a laugh at the expense of the internet? Boy, do I have a treat for you. Here at Lyrically Audacious, we turn just about anything into music. Visit us now at youtube.com/@symbol, Lyrically Audacious, all one word. So swing by, have a laugh. Stay lyrical, stay audacious, here at Lyrically Audacious.
On the Simplistic Reviews podcast, we talk movies. We talk TV. We talk...
Hello, Julie, what the heck are you doing?
Trying to make our spots sound more exciting by adding explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got the point across with sound effects, not the real thing.
Download the show on iTunes or at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com.
I'm sure your insurance company will cover that.
No, they won't.
No, they probably won't.
All right, folks, we are back here inside Studio 2009, only on the Geekcast Radio Network. This is episode 165. ZeChaosQueen, promote yourself. What you got?
Oh, well, hey, I've got a Twitch channel, I've got a YouTube channel, and kicking booty. And when is this episode going live?
I don't know, so just tell the people what games you usually play. I don't know when this is going live.
Well, I normally play Outlast Trials, and I do some Ark Survival Ascended. and Borderlands 4, and a new one that I've got coming out on Thursday, November 13th. So if this is before, yay. If not, rewind. And check out Anno 17 Pax Romana.
All right. So yeah, folks, the links will be in the show notes for ZeChaosQueen's YouTube and Twitch channels. Go check her out. She is awesome. She does great content along with her and her friends that stream with her. Check them all out. I think I have all of their links. I have
you can find them all through my site anyway.
Yep. Anyone goes over to my YouTube channel, any of my long form videos that aren't shorts, just look in the description of my thing, folks. Oh my God. I have links for days for everybody that I support.
Oh goodness.
I'll show it to you later. But yeah, folks, Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's Casper, 1995, 30th anniversary for that movie. Ooh. Holy crap. 1995 to 2025.
Oh my Lord.
Yep. So 30
Happy
years.
birthday, Casper.
Happy birthday, Casper. Don't eat any cake. Don't eat anything, actually.
No, that doesn't end well.
Excuse me. Sorry, folks.
Stop dying, Jesus.
I'm too old for this stuff.
We will join Casper eventually, okay? Today is not better.
I mean, I don't have a transmogrification Lazarus pit juice juggling thing, so it wouldn't fit in this one bedroom apartment. So yeah, no. Coming up here on Studio 2009, we got a whole bunch of stuff, folks. We have next time episode 166, Star Wars movie titles reordered 66. Dave Draper is going to join me for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the introduction to the next new thing, Media Mayhem. So Media Mayhem will be movies and TV. The movie episodes will be a thing, and then the TV episodes will be a thing. Basically what this is an idea that Dave Draper had. He put it on his Facebook, and I stole it and turned it into a podcast. So what it is you pick, and I interview you. You pick one movie for every year you have been alive.
Holy cannoli.
You don't have to have seen it the year that it came out,
obviously.
But it has, obviously I didn't see The Empire Strikes Back in 1980 when I first popped out of my mom in February of that year. Because
don't believe him. He popped out in a full Jedi robe, lightsaber, and everything, guys.
I'm so glad I've been in love with you for 45 years. So, yes, Media Mayhem. So basically, like I said, movies for every year you've been alive. And then Media Mayhem, the other side of the coin, is TV shows for every year that you've been alive. So you pick a TV show for every year. We then discuss why you picked that show. So that's going to be the new thing. I got to get with my buddy Sean to see if we're doing 35th anniversary of Days of Thunder. And then Dave and I will finally release the season 3 for Columbo. That's coming up. And then I've got a podcast approach with my buddy Ian Wilson. We will do a 30th anniversary for GoldenEye. And then after that, Origins in Television will continue. That's separate from Media Mayhem. Dave and I will return with Jaws for its 50th anniversary.
Holy wow.
Yeah. So 50 podcasts in 50 days. We're in the middle of that, folks. So that's what's coming up here on Studio 2009. Thank you for joining us here inside the podcast. If you'd like to get in contact with us, leave feedback for the show, there are several ways to do so. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. Plus, we now have a brand new fourth wall store. You can visit shop.geekcastradio.com. You can get t-shirts up to 4XL. You can get mugs. You can get hats. You can get all kinds of stuff over there. Buy our merch. You can send any email to feedback@geekcastradio.com. You can check us out on all the podcatching clients you choose to use, like iTunes and Spotify and all that kind of stuff. You can join the GCRN Discord. The link will be in the podcast episode descriptions. Join us next time. As I mentioned earlier, Dave and I will be discussing the Star Wars movie titles reordered 66. What that is, folks, is I saw somebody on Instagram basically say, oh, the movie the subtitle, like Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Dave and I discussed why that person did that and what our thoughts were on it. So that's what that is. For now, I am TFG1Mike with...
me, ZeChaosQueen.
Did you forget who you are?
Yep. No.
Yeah, she forgot who she was, folks. I'm the one with brain damage over here, and she forgot who she was.
You'll hear back from us in the studio soon.
Hey, Chaos.
Yeah?
Can I keep you?
Aw, it's cold in here. Could you close the window? That was fantastic.